All right, hello everyone. We are live. So we're going to be doing this live stream with my community. As you can see, some people are already joining. So if you want to join this community, I will have the link to that in the description below. Today we're going to be building a Lovable app with the community all together. So yeah, see how that goes. Hello everyone. So we're here with 5 others from the community, and I'm going to share my screen, and we have Lovable open here. The goal is just to build something in Lovable, and I would like for my community's help, specifically you guys, to look for different examples and maybe post them on the chat so that I can see them and be like, okay, yeah, let's build this section to look like this. Or maybe you guys have something that you can build in Framer, like a hero section, and we can try to bring that hero section to this. You understand me? Is that clear for everyone? Cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna start building something. I got a comment. I know that Akin also commented something on my YouTube. I'm gonna go quickly to my YouTube studio.
Oh yeah, your app ideas.
Yeah, so I got something. I know that Akin posted something, but yes, this one, the content repurposing. I have to respond to this comment anyways. So as you asked for which app idea, it meant that I'd like to see content repurposing dashboard. So that's the one that you can basically create content. I'm gonna do that, but for today, I want to do something else. I want to do this file generator.
Oh, good. Okay.
There was this one that some guy wrote, and I don't really remember. Yeah, a document generator. This is the one that I want to build.
Or contracts, etc.
Yeah, like for contracts and invoices. And I built like a really quick one so I could show you. It looks like this, and I built that in that YouTube one. So you can go here to generator, and then you can click on a certain, template. Obviously these images suck because they have to show like how the template would actually look like, but let's just choose a standard proposal. So select template, and then you just add in all of your different information. And then once you click on update document, you can preview the document with the information that we added, and then actually download it, right? You can download it as a PDF and send it to your client. So I wanted to make something like this, but refine the design a little bit. Maybe what do you guys think about that idea? Do you have any ideas of how to make this better, or what you guys can do? Maybe you have some ideas of what type of design we can bring to something like this.
I mean, functionality, this is going to be not design heavy app.
Yeah.
So functionality will be more will be the priority. So yeah, design should be take a step back and let the app function easily and efficiently, I would say. I don't know what cost I would think, but yeah.
That's a good point, Akin. Yeah, I'm just trying to make this interactive, So I'm just gonna, or maybe you guys can try something out. I just want this to be something interactive that we can do. And I know that most of you are designers and love to design, so I think it would be good if you guys can focus on that. Maybe make something small, like a hero section or something like that, or just find some inspiration. Maybe, you know what? I'm just gonna start building, and you guys can go ahead and either build something that I can use for this page, or you can give me some inspiration as to other pages that you found that look cool, and you want to see if Lovable can actually build something like that, like a background design, or like some type of animation, or I don't know. All right, so I'm just gonna start building. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, And in ChatGPT, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new chat, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to, so we already have one website, that's good, great. Oh.
Yeah, so maybe it's too much, but I really like it. Like you can present, let's say, the examples that you can generate with your tool. You can present them like this, maybe, you know,
That's
in
cool.
the hidden section. And they don't have to be like identically the same. Like I know that Lovable is not able to create maybe similar stuff, but you know, something similar.
Yeah, it would be nice if we can present our interface like this. That's true. Because we will have like an app interface, and we can just like use that to put it here. I think now, like, one thing that a lot of web designers struggle with is when they try to create like a SaaS landing page. The interface of the SaaS that they're using in their hero section is not so good. And I think now with tools like Lovable, you can actually create an interface and use that kind of as a
you mean the dashboards that they are using?
Yeah, like for example, you see like a lot of templates, framework templates, and they're like building a landing page for a fake SaaS company, right?
Yeah,
and they have like fake SaaS UI images.
Yeah, but do you know why that is? Because most of the people use the UI 8 templates. You know, UI 8 is like, I also have that one, and they have multiple templates. Like you can pay $100 or so.
Oh, for like dashboards and stuff?
Yeah, and they have like hero sections, a lot of components, and they are Figma, but they are pretty good, I will say. And yeah, usually they look the same. Everyone uses them, and that's why most of the hero sections look the same.
Okay, that makes sense now. That makes sense. So this is their website. It's not that it looks bad, but it looks the same, like you were saying, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Like that's a thing that I've seen also next people complaining about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, cool. Let's try this as a hero section. Maybe with like we could even try this with the particles, right? So I'm gonna just describe what we need, and I'm gonna go to the Lovable prompt documentation, prompt engineering. This is the one. Yeah. So here's like a list of prompt strategies and approaches. So we have this video, but we also have a bunch of good information here. And I like to basically just bring this or give this to ChatGPT or to Claude, right? You pick your poison. But I like to give this as a type of knowledge base, right? So I was just looking to see if I can attach like a link or something, but I can't. Canvas, collaborate on writing and code. Okay. All right. So let's say I want to create an app that generates. So what type of documents is it going to generate? It's going to generate invoices. So what would we need as designers who work freelance? We would need a type of, the client would usually do the contract. We would need an invoice. What else would we need? Maybe like a presentation.
Proposal.
A proposal, okay. Proposals. Then we have invoices.
We need a contract.
Contract, okay. Deliverables, maybe? Maybe like a good list, like a document where they can find the links like with the sitemap or whatever?
Yeah, that overlaps with presentation idea. Yeah.
Okay. So proposals, invoices, contracts, deliverables. I want to create an app that helps freelance web designers generate these 4 things. And then I can go proposals, which would be for prospect clients.
And a questionnaire as well.
Yes. And a what, sorry?
A questionnaire.
A questionnaire for what?
Like, for example, when, let's say, you have a call with a client, and then you have to send a questionnaire so that the client can answer things about his company.
Okay.
Like a list of things about his company, about his target audience, about
Okay.
you know, it's called questionnaire.
Questionnaire?
Yeah. Look up questionnaire freelance designers also.
Okay, like something like this. Like,
I can't see that.
Like, what is the goal of the design project? How will you do it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, questions about project specifics. Let me just get this as a reference for the designer to ask the client after before the kickoff call, I guess.
No, it's after actually.
After kickoff call?
Yeah.
Okay, because I would say before.
Yeah, I know it makes sense to have it before, but
Okay.
actually you
just to
you
make
let
sure
the
things
client.
Just to make sure that things are like
Yeah, like you didn't miss anything, like you
Okay.
have everything and you're ready to start.
Okay, so questionnaire for the designers to ask the client after kickoff call. So we put this as a link for prospect client proposals for prospect client to review and book your services. Book services, web designer services. Invoices for hourly or contract basis. Contract I don't know yet. Let's just leave this like that. And deliverables, a list of deliverables made for the client from the web designer. And it would be great if this was like all like in one system where you can basically log in a specific client, or you can make like a client list and you make like a lead list, for example, and it's like a column. There's 3 columns. There's like in negotiation, or sent the proposal, or already like you got the client, and these things kind of like match with that. Like in this platform, you can do that. You can filter your different clients, and then if you click on one, you can do one of these actions. Does that make sense to you guys?
So there is a tool, I would say similar to this. It's called Bonsai, I think.
Bonsai?
Yeah, freelancer, Bonsai, or whatever. And it's something similar where you basically let the client sign the contract. I think it's this one. Synchronize your entire business. Yeah, it's this one.
Okay, so now we have client management.
Yeah. You can generate I think questionnaires. You can make a questionnaire. You can make a contract where people can sign digitally, and it's basically a freelance
Okay.
management tool. And
you
extensive. see it as an example. Maybe you can take it as an example.
Yeah, let's leave this open. It's very extensive. There's also retainers, contracts.
Yeah, it's a very good tool actually.
Yeah, we can leave this open for like inspiration. Good, that's good. Like inspiration in terms of how to design, for example, the contracts page, right? Like we could take the screenshot and build something similar. Okay, so let's leave this open. Let's go back to ChatGPT and say, I want to create an app that helps freelancers, web designers generate these things while having an overview of their client lead pipeline, I would say. The web designer could see their leads categorized between lost, in negotiation, signed, and done, right? Let me put that L over here. Okay, so we're 16 minutes in, so let's try to get this already done. Oh yeah, what I forgot, let me press pause here. And why can't I edit this? I can't edit this, okay. So let me just go like this. I need you to help me create a prompt for lovable.dev. Here is a great resource for you to orient yourself with when it comes to prompting. Let me get this prompt engineering link, bring that over here, and see how that goes. All right, so we got this prompt. I'm going to go to Lovable and basically paste it. So we have, I want to create an app tailored for freelance web designers that streamlines their client management and project workflow. The app should generate proposals, questionnaires, invoices, contracts. So reference, I don't know if we, yeah, I think this is just fine without this link. So let's just remove that. Invoices, customizable, contracts, deliverables list. Additionally, the app should feature a client lead pipeline, categorize leads into these 4 categories. The goal is to simplify client interactions, automate administrative tasks, and help freelance web designers track their projects effectively. So I want the user experience to be intuitive, fast, and seamless. The app should be, okay, this, I mean, we don't really need to add. Based on this, generate a high-level product roadmap. Core features and MVPs, user journey. No, we don't need this either. So we can just go and find the goal. Yeah, here. And go here and remove all of this. And let's accept DSON. And let's click on publish. Hello DSON, welcome my friend to another day.
Hello.
So we're building today, I'm filming, this is going to be on YouTube. We're building a Lovable app, and you guys can find some inspiration to bring the design, to fix the design, right? The design is about to be prepared. So I'm actually going to pause stream. So we got this dashboard. Dashboard clients, proposals, documents, and settings, which doesn't exist. So let's go back home, and then there's documents, and then you can view and edit. or you can create a new document. Proposals, new proposal, client, add client, dashboard. It would be nice to have like a landing page that.
So we have only the UI right now.
Yeah, we only have the UI now. So we got some filtering here with the different clients. Here we have the dashboard where we have like a good understanding of everything. What are some things that we might add to this? I'm thinking like a line graph of, but I don't know, maybe that might be
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, maybe progress, like
a progress bar, right?
For each project, for example, can we create an individual project right here?
Individual projects?
Yeah, basically for each individual project, you can generate those templates, and then each individual project has a timeline with a progress.
Yeah. So you can, so each project I would guess is the client, right? The client, Sarah Johnson, has Bloom Boutique, and then for each one there's a type of timeline. And then,
but how would you progress a project? Could there be milestones or something?
Yeah, there would have to be milestones. So I guess the milestones would be what we have, like the proposal, questionnaire, invoice or contract invoice, and then the deliverables list.
So I think you could add some checkboxes, and every time you have, like, for example, the proposal, you can check that on, and then the progress is going forward.
Okay, so let's rephrase that. That's like the first thing. So each client should have.
But maybe it will be better if you do projects, because you can have per client multiple projects, actually, you know.
So then we need an extra project.
Yeah, instead of clients. Oh yeah, I think you need clients as well. So maybe we need another label with projects.
It's okay. Let's add another tab called projects, right? And then each project can be, or each client can have multiple projects. So each client can have multiple projects. So let's say we have a projects tab, and then when you click on that, you're going to see different tickets. Like, let's say design the hero section, create the mockup, right? And those are for two. Those two projects are for one client, for Sarah, for example, or for Michael, because he's signed. Each client can have multiple projects. The projects are only available to clients that are signed, right? The projects should contain checkboxes with let's put that as a the individual projects should contain checkboxes with tasks to be completed. In the main dashboard, provide a visualization that represents the project's timeline. let's try with that.
Once.
If it's not possible to give reference links from existing apps, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we can only like be able to attach images, or let's see what they have. Attach. We have like a knowledge base where basically it's just a text field, but we can't add any links. That would be cool if we could add links.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be pretty amazing, actually.
Also, by the way, until it generates, I have this idea, like, what if you create, there is a website called Brief or something for designers, where it generates briefs basically for fake projects, right? So maybe you can create a project like this inside Lovable, where you use APIs. It's not this one, I think. It's a green one. It has a green icon. Yeah, this one. So basically, it generates different briefs so designers can, exercise.
Okay.
I think that shouldn't be that hard to create, because basically it can use the, OpenAI API maybe.
Oh, okay. This is a cool thing to use for our design challenges. Right? What do you guys think?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Maybe not. I've added a complete proposal creation system with a form preview and PDF download capability. So let's go to proposals and include a new proposal. So now we have a form and a preview tab, and we can write something random here, write something here, put some amount like $22, and go like this, like that. Timeline, 7 minutes.
You can't preview right now for some reason, I see.
Oh no, you can scroll down. It's kind of hidden here somehow.
Okay,
and it gives us this as like some...
Oh, that's nice, actually.
Please enter valid value then to...
Yeah, it needs a label. I don't know what that is, actually.
Okay. 4,000, 7 minutes. Gigi, Google. Yesterday, actually. And save proposal. Download PDF. I get the PDF downloaded. Cool.
So I think the terms and conditions is not necessary in this case, because if you have a contract template, then this shouldn't be here, I guess. Or what's the use case of that?
That's true.
Maybe you can say, okay, you can't use this design on that platform, or you can't resell this design. But again, this should be in the contract, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be in the proposal, right? The terms and conditions things.
Instead, maybe you can add in the proposal some links like to the questionnaire. No, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, we can do it.
No, just keep it like this. I think let's first create everything that works, and then
let's just start one by one. Now the next thing that we can do is also with the documents. We need a similar a feature for the documents. This time users can select between the 1, 2, 3, 4 different categories. So questionnaires, invoices, contracts, and deliverables. Okay, so let's see how that goes.
What's your audience mostly? Is from US?
India and US. India, US, UK, Germany, and then like other countries.
Are the AI videos better monetized? I think so,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because usually design is around $2 RPM, I think.
Yeah, it's not so good. Like,
Design is bad.
And
But if you
I-
talk about money, by the way, it can be even $40. So
$40.
I need to start a dropshipping website
Okay.
channel.
You should, man.
Your finance channels are doing, great.
They're doing great.
Yeah, they are doing really great.
I mean, I want to help people make money, so like,
Yeah, you should try to make one video about that, but
yeah.
just put a lot of energy into that, because if it goes viral, then you will see that RPM is also gonna be very high, so you can make some money from it.
Yeah, I will have to eventually do something like that. I just need more money to like set up everything.
No, I think you can try it, even though like you can just say, just add in your title, how to make money as a designer, and just talk.
Yeah, side hustles to make $500 in just 2 days or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll do something like that. But I'm just checking this out right now with the questionnaire, with these documents. So we have like different names. This is whatever his name. It would be cool if we can choose the names of the different clients that we have, like drop down.
It will be cool if there is a plus icon where you can add one more field, because for questionnaires you don't know exactly how many fields you need, right? So basically it will be nice if you can add multiple fields.
Yeah, that's true. Right now it just looks like this. Let's just save this, and then you can't really view or edit or download. But this is the one that we created, right? Because it has this weird name. And I can't change the status of this. So yeah, I mean, we have this view too, that's cool. There's a lot of work to be done here. What would be the next step that we could take? Because those fine little details, I mean, that with the questions and stuff, it's necessary, but like for the main, so that this works, what would be the next step? Like, do we need like authentication for people to actually reach the site? We need functionality to work. So we can't add a client. So that's another thing that we need to fix.
Can we add projects? New projects?
Maybe not. Maybe that's another thing that we have to add. So we need to add functionality to the button, to the add client button, and add project button.
Yeah, exactly.
So
just one thing before you get into the subject.
Yeah.
I don't know if Costa agrees with. Oh my God, I need to stop that. Doing content creating, becoming a design influencer. I mean, in Lucas's case, it opens many doors. I mean, almost every day he says, someone reached me from such and such company or startup and offered me doing content about them in return of such and such, etc. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, if you start making content, people will reach out to you. Because it's like free marketing, basically, and they want you to create more.
I would really love to create content about AI tools like this, but
let's do it together, man.
It takes so much time to edit, and when I do a video, I actually want to make it to edit it very heavily, and I know this takes a lot of time. So
yeah, that does take a lot of time. I don't want to do it like that. So now let's just work on these things. So now we can add a client. It just doesn't, or we can add a project. We can add a client. We added a client, but now it's disappeared. So,
How do you add a client?
so we go here and we can put on the name like blah, 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 blah at gmail.com. Phone number is negotiation signed, project type, and budget 100, 1,000, 12,000. Add client here.
But does it stay or is not staying because
It's not staying. So
yeah.
Once I add a client, wait, let's check to see if this project thing works. Okay, once I add a client, project, proposal, or document, they do not stay, and they let's say they disappear when the user clicks on another tab. Now this is, I guess, when we have to add things like Superbase so that it recognizes me and knows that I'm here and that I added this. So you understand? So let's
It's a database thing, right? Database.
yeah, I'm going to show you really quick how you do it. So let's connect the project to Superbase and add user authentication, login, sign up, and once the user is logged in, all the info they add is saved and synced. Let's just put saved, because the synced is the next thing, because basically if I do something in the project page, it reflects in the dashboard page. That's what I mean by synced. So let's do this. To do this, click on the Superbase menu in the top right, connect to Superbase. Once connected, we can implement. Okay, so let's click on Superbase and it's loading, and then we connect a project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one and connect. And we go back. So it looks like you haven't created any tables in your Superbase project. Your app is now connected. User accounts and login. Enable sign up and login. Hold on. Enable sign up and login with options like store and use. Okay. Create a sign in sign up page. So we can go to Superbase by going here and go to my dashboard, go here, all projects, this one, and then we haven't done any authentication yet. So here, this is like each project has its own tabs like this, where you have a table and SQL. So this is basically what Lovable generates. And then you have a database of your users, and you have authentication. So you can see who logged in here. So if I were to go here and let's apply these changes, because I said create a sign in and sign up, and that's creating this code that will basically be a new table of users. I click on apply changes, and then eventually it's gonna create this page where we can sign up, and I'm gonna get an email that says, you know, like a double verification email, and then I can sign in. So it's pretty fast with Lovable?
Or Premiere. I know Premiere is more for editing and After Effects more for video animations. But on the other hand, yeah, it must be possible also editing in After Effects. But Premiere with the support of AI, you can just, let's say, in my last video, I said variant instead of variables. I can just delete that on the transcript of the video, delete variant and write variable, and it corrects as if I said variable. That's a great editing help, I would say.
Really? So you can do that with Premiere Pro?
Premiere, yep,
Wow.
yep. And you can add some short extend your clips. AI fills the blanks with the starting and ending remaining the same of the clip, and you can stretch it a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, AI is everywhere, and now Adobe announced that they're going to include some third-party AI engines, not just Firefly and Adobe Sensei, etc.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
So I got this email, so I'm just gonna go like this and confirm.
Yeah, the stuff I like. Look at the email.
And then what we do is we go here and we sign in. The link for the registration doesn't work when you're on preview mode. So, but now we are in. Okay. So this is how it looks like. Now let's go to projects and let's add a project and let's put like some name. Okay, now we can choose different clients, which is cool. Start date is this day, due date is tomorrow, tasks, blah, 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 create project. Okay, we have this project, proposals, projects. It's not here. Okay, amazing.
Oh, sorry, you got the email because you signed up or something did?
Yes,
the app?
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to do this again. Create project added successfully, but if I go to clients and I come back here, it's not added. So we have to fix that. So once the user, so I'm just gonna log in. Okay. So once I already have this. Okay. All right. Once the user saves or adds a project, it should be saved in that tab. Maybe it would be good to add a database for the projects. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to do that. Implement saving projects in Superbase once they're added. First, I'll create projects. Okay, so now projects. We have to do the same with clients and with proposals and with documents. Okay, so let's apply these changes. And I don't know how many. I kind of look at this like CMS. This is very similar to CMS.
Exactly.
So let's see how that goes. Oh. I want to open my email on the side. I'd like to add okay. Okay, so it's still working.
walk through and plan what I'm gonna say because of the language barrier.
Yeah.
But Lucas is so great in that. And he said one time, if I can do that in this app, I'm gonna make a video of it today. And he did it.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
You still have some maintenance type of client work daily basis, right? On daily basis.
Now it's not, well, starting next week, yeah. So now I'm
Oh.
you know, working with
Focus on Framer.
yeah, with this Framer thing, and I do have some clients, but I'm trying to get rid of one because they're just all right, so now it worked with this project because before I was adding a project and it was turning blank the screen, but now if I select on a specific date and I put something and press create project, the project is added. Yes, now we see a project being added. And we kind of need the same thing for the clients. So let me just test that out. Let me see if we can do something like this. I don't even know. Okay, we need to add Gmail. Okay, so it's here, CVB whatever. Now let's go away. Okay, so we need to do the same for the clients.
I think you need a good attention span to read this one.
Yes, you do need a good attention span, 100%.
What is that code? TypeScript or something?
Yeah, I think so.
TSX?
TSX.
Ah, okay, TypeScript.
And you can actually here in Bubble, you can not Bubble, Lovable, you have the front end view, and then you have the code here. And what you can also do, which is cool, it's something that I tried yesterday in my failed YouTube video that I tried to do. You can bring this to GitHub, right? Sync it to GitHub, and then maybe Lovable is going to tell you, oh, you have to add like your API key in this page, right? Like in config, there's sometimes like configuration, right? You sync it to GitHub, and then GitHub has this feature where it opens VS Code in the browser, and then you can like put your API code there, click on update, and it updates automatically to Lovable. So you can't edit your code here. This is just view only, but you can read only, but you can basically sync it with GitHub, and you can easily edit the code, which is cool.
Wow, Lovable works as both a mentor or supervisor and a co-pilot,
Yes.
I guess.
100%. Okay, so now, okay, let's see. So we got projects, we got our dummy projects are still there. Let's add a client. Let's add an email at blah.com. Phone number, project type. This one budget is a lot of money. Add client. So error adding client. Okay. I want this to fade away. There was an error. When attempting to add client, probably has to do with that. Yeah, and then the last step, what we can do is what Costa was saying, this part over here. And this is also not synced to the client pipeline because we do not have 12 done client projects or clients, right? We have 0. So those are things that we also have to fix. All right, let's see. So now we added the client and it works. And our projects are not here anymore. So basically that's another bug that we have to fix. And we have clients everywhere now. But yeah,
Man, the whole thing changed.
Yeah.
There's a version control in Lovable, right?
Yeah, there's a version control, so we can just go back here.
And revert back to previous
just
one.
Restore this version. And wait for it to be restored. And now it's oh. Yeah, we just have to wait for it to be restored. And then now it is, okay.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay, and now what we can do is we can just, for the project timeline, please make this as a line graph where you can toggle between daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly, let's say. Something like that. Like something like that you see in a tool like Stripe or Lemon Squeezy.